What's going on, YouTube? I'm trying to rig the phone up here on the motorcycle. So a couple little updates on the bike. I know the last video it showed me starting the bike. Well, that was all fine and dandy, but the real problem was it was smoking like real bad, and that was one of the original problems that I had with it when I bought the bike. So that was one of the main reasons for the whole rebuild, which is still going on. Yep, I got it together at one point, and then had to basically tear it back apart to try to figure out that issue. So right now I'm at that point of basically putting it back together, because I figured out, I'm hoping I figured out what the problem was. And what my assumption is, the crank bearing, the main crank bearing on the oil side, or the clutch side, whatever you want to call it, there was a little plastic, I guess seal, whatever you want to. I don't really call it a seal because it was only on one side. It's really I guess back when the bike was made, they didn't make the pieces metal to hold the bearings in. So they put a piece of plastic piece there. And well, needless to say, that was broke. It was all intact there, but it was just broke in a couple places. So what I think was happening, which I'm pretty sure was happening, was the oil was coming through the crank there, which in turn I had a bad seal, bad bearing. So what I did is went and split the casings. I didn't record any of that. I was going to, but then I changed my mind and decided not to. For whatever reason, I don't know. I just decided not to. That's why I'm doing this video now. Kind of give you an update. Hopefully by the time this video is over with, I'll have the bike back together and running. I just put the carburetor back on. Really, it's connecting a couple hoses for the radiator, spark plug, and then the gas tank is back on. And then we'll see what happens. Had some issues putting it back together, the crank back together, because I couldn't line up the transmission right. So it took me a couple tries to get that right. Once I got that right, it slid right in pretty much. A little tap here and there, but other than that, it was pretty simple. I did not take the transmission completely out. I left all the gears and stuff on the one side, so that way I didn't have to really mess with that too much. And I didn't really want to deal with the transmission. Sorry about that. I'm trying to figure out a place to put this while I continue to talk and work on the bike. So right now it's a matter of putting it back together. I got a couple little things, like I said. Everything is there. I got a new clutch cover that finally came in. The old one had a crack in it, which was leaking oil everywhere. So that was another issue I had. So, you know, just a couple things I was waiting for to come in. I wanted to get the bike back together, see if it ran, and see if it smoked like it used to when before I took it apart. And of course it did. needless to say. That's why I am currently, all right, so hold on. I'm confused here, I got an issue. That should be pushing that. I'm trying to figure out this clutch cable on here. That's how it goes. Yeah, there we go. Much better. So you know, it's for me. It's a trial and error. A lot of issues that's been going on. Been trying to get them all figured out and worked out and put together. But I swear, it seems like every time I get it together, I get everything back together, something goes wrong. Nothing went wrong. It was just, you know, the whole purpose for me to rebuild this really was to get rid of the bike from smoking and kind of make it look like a modern bike that are out now. So that was the intent. I think I pretty much nailed it for the most part on that. I don't know what the problem is, but I will come back in just a minute. Give you an update as I put it back together, and then we'll go over the bike completely when it's back together. All right, what's going on? We're back. So everything's basically back on the bike, besides the gas tank. I'm gonna put the gas tank back on now, take it outside, start it, let it run for a little bit, see if it smokes or not. It might smoke at the beginning because of the exhaust. I tried to burn as much of the oil and gas and whatever else was in there out. So, needless to say, I can probably guarantee you that I did not burn it all out. So, it is going to smoke. Sorry about that. I'm trying to put the gas tank on. But like I said, needless to say, it's probably going to smoke some. Because, like I said, I did not get... I'm sure I didn't get all the carbon and everything else that's built up in the exhaust out. And I don't know why this tank isn't seating right, but I'm sure it is because, hold on, of the throttle cable isn't in the right position that it should be in. And why, I don't know, but it's, I mean, it's right on this side. What is the matter here? Okay. So it's in. I'm gonna put that in. Ooh. Don't know if it's in gear, and the shift lever's right here. Guess, I don't think it's in gear. So we're gonna go with no, it's not. And then we'll go from there. Sorry about all my camera stuff. I'm not a professional. Let's get that straight. But otherwise, I think everything is on there. We are good to go. It sounds like that goes smooth. Hopefully I don't record the bike blowing up or something, because that would not be good. Alright, so here we go. Let's Turn the gas on. This is the test, I guess. Let's see. Choke on. Spilling fuel, which is not good. It means this carburetor is gonna kill me. I know I shouldn't be doing this in sandals either, but I am. So back to the drawing board. Carburetor cleaning coming up. Let's take 2 on trying to start this thing. I knew what the carburetor problem was and fixed it. So let's see what happens. Hopefully it don't blow up. Hopefully it starts. Let's go that route first. Let me go get a shoe on. So an update. I did get it running. I could start it right now. Let's see if I can get it. See, so it does run. But I still I got to do some carburetor work. Once I do that, I think we'll be okay. It still smokes a little bit, but the problem I think is there's so much carbon and oil and gas mixture that's in the pipe. I tried to burn as much as I could out, but I'm not gonna be able to get it all out unless I go and buy another pipe. But $300-400 is a lot for an exhaust pipe, so I'm gonna hold off on that. Once I get the carburetor perfect, then I'll have Gavin, I'll finish putting the graphics on. I'll do a time lapse or something like that, or I'll do another video of me putting them on. And then I got to put the chain on, tighten the rear wheel up. And then basically the bike is done. So with that being said, I'll catch you on another time. Hopefully tomorrow. It just depends on, a lot of things. So hope you liked the video. If not, it's okay. You don't hurt my feelings. But I'll be back again. All right. Later, YouTube.